Hi there, and welcome to our tutorial video where I'll be showing you how to use our 50/30/20 budget spreadsheet in Excel. Let's get into it. This budget spreadsheet will come with 4 tabs: your instructions tab, your budget example tab, your empty budget tab, your savings tracker, and the calendar. Our budget example tab will have some notes just to guide you on how each column works. And when you start to prepare your own budget, you're going to start on the empty budget tab. This is where you're going to prepare your budget. The spreadsheet will be looking like this. What you will want to do is start at the top left corner and choose your currency. You will click on this cell here. You will click on this cell here and you will see a drop down arrow. Click on the drop down arrow and choose your currency. Like so. And the whole spreadsheet will update. And the next section is the rollover section. This is where you will add any money left from your previous budget. And if this is your new budget, you can leave it on 0. However, if you have some money left from your previous budget, you will enter it like so. And press on enter. And the spreadsheet will update. And to enter your start date and the end date, you will type in your date like so. Month dash day. Press on enter and it will show like so. Month dash day. Press on enter. This is how you will enter your dates here. And when it comes to the amount left to spend and the amount left to budget, you don't have to do anything here. You don't have to edit this section here. The spreadsheet will do the calculations for you. And you don't have to edit the cash flow summary. The spreadsheet will do the calculations for you. And the only section that you will edit under the percentage breakdown is this section over here. This is where you can adjust your percentages. Only here, only this section here. And this budget spreadsheet will come with pre-populated subcategories. You can add your own. You can leave the ones you're going to need and remove the ones that will not be applicable to you. Also here for income, variable expenses, and future. And to enter your date under income, you do the same, month-day, like so. Let's fill in some due dates and budgeted amounts so that you can see how the spreadsheet works. We will start with the income here and type in our pay dates. And that's how you will enter your pay dates, due dates, and budgeted amounts. And to fill in your actual amounts, under our income section here, you will type it in like so. And the calculator will divide your after-tax income using the 50/30/20 budgeting rule. And from there, you will want to track your actual amounts for fixed expenses, variable expenses, and future. And we will use our transaction tracker to do that. At the bottom of our budget spreadsheet, you will see the transaction tracker that we will use to track our actual amounts. And if you feel like the rows are too long and you want to reduce the number of rows here, what you can do, on the left side of our budget here, you will see the row numbers. You will highlight the number of rows you want to hide, like so. Right click on the highlighted cells and click on hide. And the number of rows will be reduced for you. And if you feel like you're going to need the number of rows later, you will highlight like so, right click and click on unhide, and you will have access to the rows that were hidden. For now, we will hide the number of rows. And to track our actual amounts, you will start with your date here, month dash date, like so. Your category will be fixed expenses, and you want to track your rent. So under category here, you will choose fixed expenses, and our subcategory is rent or mortgage. You will notice that our drop-down menu looks empty. It is not. The empty spaces here are the ones that are not filled from our section here. What you will have to do is to scroll up the menu list like so, and you will see your subcategories. And you can choose the subcategory you want to track. And the amount that was paid, you enter it here. And the account that was used, you choose it here. This section is optional. And another way you can track is you can start with your account here. And let's say this time we want to track our groceries. We paid 300 and we want to choose groceries now. You will notice that it's not allowing us to choose from the drop-down list. That is because our categories are linked to our subcategories. So what you will have to do is to choose your category first, and then it will allow you to choose your subcategory. And it will be the same. The space that is not filled with the subcategories under our variable expenses section will show over our drop-down list here. So what you will have to do is to scroll up, 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 and you will see your subcategories that you have listed here. And from that list, you can choose the one that you want to track. And you will see that our amount has been added under our actual column next to groceries. And you can type your date. Press on enter. That's how the spreadsheet works. Another thing to note, you won't be able to just straight away go for subcategory like so. You will think that the spreadsheet is not working because it will not allow you. You must first start with category and then subcategory like so. And you will scroll up, up, up until you find the one you are tracking and the amount. And this is how our spreadsheet works. And you'll notice that when you go above your budget, the cells will be highlighted to let you know that you are above your budget and by how much. This is the amount you are over budget with. If it's in bracket, it means it's a negative amount. And if it's still positive, this is the amount available to spend. So for example, let's say for our guest here, we spent $100. Under variable expenses, scroll up and $100, press on enter, and you will see that out of the $100 that we had, the $50 is left. And the same for the future, which is a good thing on this side here because we are saving for the future. So you have saved more, which is a good sign. When you scroll up, you will see that our charts have updated. When the bars for total amount are longer than your expenses, it means that you're still within your budget. And when you scroll down next to the transaction tracker here, you will notice that there's an expenses breakdown chart and the table. You don't have to edit anything here. All calculations are done for you, and the amounts are listed from largest to smallest with their percentages over here. And when you scroll further down, you will see a section for financial goals, and you will list all your short-term and long-term financial goals here. And when they are completed, you click next to the goal, and it will give you an option to choose a check mark, and you can choose it like so. To remove or delete everything here, just highlight everything like so and press on delete. And mark it off like so. And we have a monthly review section where you can review your month, and our section for notes. And that's how our budget spreadsheet works. And if you want to create a new budget, or you want to prepare a budget for the following month, what you will have to do is to right click on the budget tab here, click on move or copy, click on move to end, click on create a copy, and click on OK. A copy will be generated for you. Double click on the copy and rename it to the month you want to budget for. And another thing to note is that whilst you are tracking your expenses, your actual percentage column will be updated. And if you spend more, your percentage numbers will turn red like so. Your actual percentage for fixed expenses will turn red to show that you are now above your goal. And if you want, you can adjust your percentages here. If you feel like the 50-20-20 is not for you, you can adjust percentages here. And this is the only section where you can adjust your percentages. You will not be able to adjust them on the calculator here. If you would like to have a budget template that has a 70-20-10 calculator or a 60-20-20 calculator, you can check on my shop. You will find one soon. And to mark your expenses as paid, you can click next to the expense like so and choose your check mark. And on our new copy here, what you can do is to delete the information that you won't need and leave the one that you will need. And your clean budget will look like this, and you can make as many copies as you want. This is how you will mark the expenses that are paid. And if you want to remove the check marks, just highlight the columns like so and press on delete. It works the same for variable expenses, our future section, and income that has been received. And next we have our savings tracker. Our savings tracker will come with pre-populated information like this. You can remove the goals that are not applicable to you. Add your own goals and remove the amounts like so. You don't have to do anything here on the highlighted cells, and you can scroll down and remove the information here as well. Press on delete. And after listing all your goals, you can fill in your goal amounts like so. A start amount if you have one, and if you don't have, leave it on 0. And you will enter your start date like so, month-date, month-date. And your goal date is like your end date. So I want to finish by Jan. And for education, let's say Feb, Christmas, end of November. Vacation, wedding 2025 August, and a car 2025 November. So that's how you will fill in your dates here. And you'll notice that the rest of the cells are highlighted, which means the spreadsheet will do the calculations for you. And to track for your contributions, you will scroll down to the transaction tracker and start with the date. Let's say we started in October. And remember, if you see an empty space like this, you have to scroll up, and you will choose your saving goal. And the activity is deposit. Month, date, and the amount saved. Now, let's say 400. Scroll up and choose your saving goal and deposit. And this is how you will track all your contributions. And this is how you will check for all your contributions until you reach your goal. And when you scroll up to the savings overview, you will see that the spreadsheet has updated and that our amount left to save for emergency fund is now $5,600. And let's say something happens and you want to withdraw some money from this account. This is how you will track the transaction. Month dash date, and it's a negative amount, minus $200. Remember, our amount left to save here was $5,600, and now we are withdrawing from this account $200. From the emergency fund. And when you choose the account you are withdrawing from, which is emergency fund here, it will increase because we have taken out some money. So now there's more money left to save. So there is more money left to save, and our transaction and our activity here will be a withdrawal. And you will write a reason or a note on why you withdrew, like bought new tires. And you can write the name of the shop. And that's how you will track a transaction for a withdrawal. At the top of our spreadsheet, you will see your total goal amount, total saved amount, and the total left to save. And under currency here, this is where you will change your currency. You will click on the drop down arrow and choose your currency. This is the only area that is highlighted and you can edit. And we have today's date, months left until all goals are completed. We have 8 months to complete all goals here that we have checked so far. And our next goal to be completed is Christmas and the completion date. You don't have to do anything here. The spreadsheet will do the calculations for you. And that's how our savings tracker works. And next we have our calendar. This is just a normal calendar. You can use it to plan and organize your month. And to change to the following month, you just click next to month here and type in the number of the month. Like November is month number 11. You will type 11 here, press on enter, and the calendar will update. October is month number 10. You type in 10 and the calendar will update. And you do the same with your year, 2025, and the calendar will update. And your current date will always be highlighted in a gold color. Let me add a couple of examples so that you can see how the calendar works. And if you want to mark a task as done or a bill as paid, just click next to your task like so, and there'll be an option to choose a check mark. You click on the drop down arrow and choose a check mark. And this is how you will mark a task as completed and a bill as paid, like so. Subscriptions as paid, like so. And that's how our calendar works. And we have space for notes. If you have important notes, you'll write them all here. If you have any questions, you can send me a message via Etsy or on my website 255designs.com, and I will leave a link to the spreadsheet in the video description below. And if you have learned something or enjoyed this video, please like and share, and I will see you in the next one.